Hey, it's me, GV, just making a stupid dumb face for the thumbnail for the Sup Saturdays. Welcome to this week's Sup Saturdays, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while. Hi. Nice to see ya. We're gonna get right into it, as usual, since I talk for forever. First of all, 5-second Twitch YouTube update. At the time of you watching this video, which is most likely gonna be Saturday, April 3rd, 2021, the day that's to come, to follow, Sunday, tomorrow, I will be streaming Remnant from the Ashes. I keep thinking Revenant from Ashes, but I think the title is Remnant from the Ashes, along with CD90, a great streaming friend that I have. We're going to be playing a co-op blind playthrough of Remnant from the Ashes, which is a, from what I understand, third-person shooter Souls-like game. Both of us are big Souls fans, Souls veterans, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, all that stuff. So very much looking forward to that. If you want to catch that, it'll be live. Should be from 12 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern. Probably will go for about 6 hours or so, 4 to 6 hours around then. So check that out. Also on YouTube, I still need to get some artwork done for Avery's epilogue video. Once I have that, I'll be able to finish the video and upload it to finish off Avery's story in New Vegas with a nice little bow, as well as we'll continue the Skyrim stuff with Grohlvana until that's done, and then Oblivion until that's done, and then that'll be a fresh new start for the channel, as I keep saying. So much more Skyrim on the horizon and an epilogue with Avery, and then if you'd like to support the channel, there's going to be a new merch item available to celebrate Fallout New Vegas 100% coming to a close. In addition, I don't do a good job of like shouting out all my stuff, so obviously all the links are in the description if you want to send something to my PO box, if you want to follow my Twitter for updates, if you want to follow my Twitch, if you want to become a patron and directly support me in what I do. And massive shout out to all of my patrons. Thank you so very much. Literally couldn't do this job without you. But all the stuff is in the description if you want to pour through that and follow my things and yada 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 blah blah blah. This video, I wanted to talk about becoming mentally strong and physically strong, both mentally and physically. Yeah, I shouldn't have transitioned right into saying that because I should have cut and been able to think about what it is that I want to say. So that's gonna happen now. So currently, with stuff I've talked about in the past, I'm at an interesting spot in my life. I'm 28, I'm at a pretty good moment in terms of health, I would say. I've been going to the gym, which I'll talk about in the second half of this video, most likely. Easily at the lowest weight I've been in a while. People will keep coming to the streams and telling me that, and again, it feels good, but I never did it, like I said, for like the, you know, to get like, oh yeah, tell me I'm looking great and all that sort of stuff. It's just, man, when you're getting into your late 20s, that's kind of like, it feels like the last bastion to really take health seriously, or at least a very good time to do that. So kind of thought about that, but also just, you know, is just getting kind of out of hand, my weight and stuff, which I had dealt with my whole life of gaining and losing and yada yada yada. So it's just time to take it seriously. So right now I am the most healthy I've been in probably anybody watching this video has ever seen, which feels good. But yeah, also just different things I've talked about in Sup Saturdays over the years have, you know, influenced my life, and just various things that I've talked about have kind of led me to where I am here, of course, at this very moment in time of making this YouTube video. And I kind of wanted to talk about my current goals in life and what I want to move towards, and hopefully, you know, becoming mentally, I shouldn't say strong, but just stronger, and also physically stronger. And that's why I brought up all the physical stuff, because that ties into it too, because physical strength and physical health leads into mental health. Oh, is that a little bit of muscle I see over there? Oh, look at that little bit of muscle. I'll be talking about the workout that I've been doing. I'm very early into it, but it's been feeling great, and I kind of want to get hints and tips. So if you are here for that part of it, I would love to hear your opinions. If you're educated, if you don't know what the hell you're talking about, please do not leave YouTube comments, because that happens enough. Just a lot of misinformation on the internet about, especially like fitness and exercise and stuff like that. But if you do know what you're talking about, I am more than happy to hear what you're talking about. But first, let's talk about the becoming mentally stronger aspect, and I'll go through this somewhat quickly because this is still a little bit kind of up in the air for me personally in terms of figuring out concrete goals. But over the years, I've noticed that I've kind of been putting myself slowly into a very comfortable bubble. Kind of this, you know, I have a job where I play video games for a living, right? I don't really have to leave my house. Everything that I need to do to gain financial security is here, available to me. And that has made me, over time, and along with other factors, of course, and especially with COVID, kind of putting me into this mode of just kind of protecting what it is that I've built up and protecting my way of life. And I'm sure a lot of people resonate with this. Over time, just realizing that I've been shutting out things of my life because they kind of encroach on the safety of the comfortability of the way that I live my life. And I don't like that. I remember in my early 20s, there's a very clear memory of 2K Games reaching out to me and offering to fly me to San Francisco to play Mafia 3 before it released. And that's something that right now I would not do, because I know that it wouldn't have any bearing on my job at all. You guys would never even watch a video if I uploaded it about some game like that, because it's not what I typically do, and I don't think it was a particularly big game when it released anyways. It's not something that I would say yes to in terms of a business decision, but it's something that I said yes to in my early 20s because it was an experience and I had a lot of fun. It's just a night and day difference between how I would treat that now versus when back then. Because back then, I flew by myself. It was a business trip. I didn't know anybody. I've never been to California. I went and experienced it. I got like the whole VIP treatment, got picked up from the airport in a limo. The guy took me to In-N-Out Burger, which I had never been to. I went at the hotel and just... it was a beautiful experience. I got to play the game early and meet all these people, a part of 2K Games, and it was just great. It was all in all just a wonderful experience. Now, I would be worried about flying. I would be worried about being by myself and not knowing anybody. I would be worried about being in a place that I'd never been before. A lot of these fears and anxieties have encroached on the way that I live my life. And that's grotesque. That's disgusting. It's not how I want to be. But it's the way that over time, a lot of us, I think especially in America, kind of become, if you have the ability to do so, because of just, again, that stuff encroaching on your comfortability and safety of what you do day to day. And I've kind of realized that, you know, recently especially, but just over time. And it's something that I want to work on. And how do you work on that? Well, it's a lot of different things, obviously. There's fear, there's anxiety, there's saying no to things, there's just a whole bunch of stuff. There's balancing work and balancing life and relationships and yada yada yada. All these things go into that. But basically what I want to do is try to get back into the mindset that I was into in my early 20s, which was basically just, I remember saying yes to everything. I was a yes man, not in the bad sense, in the good sense of just like saying yes to experiences. And that's why I went on that experience, which now, you know, maybe now it would be different because I kind of feel like I've been awakened to this, but in recent times I definitely would have said no, because it's not going to benefit me in any way. I'm not going to benefit off of playing that game early. It's not something that I do. It's yada yada yada. It's, you know, now I would say no, but in the past I would say yes. I want to get back to that, because being open to life experiences, in my experience, has been the way to live life. And I'd like to get back there. So again, it's all good and well saying that. How do you do it? I just want to start, you know, small and start saying yes to more stuff and start just, you know, keeping an open mind and start kind of putting that fear in a box. It doesn't have to be specific big fear. It just has to be the fear that we all experience on some level, the fear and the anxiety. Put that in a box and just say no and go against it no matter how hard it is to fight against it. So still trying to figure out the way to do that exactly, because obviously that's a huge undertaking, but it's, I think, self-awareness is the first step, and I feel very grateful to have to be feeling this right now in this moment, and hopefully that continues into basically making me able to resist that soon. And that ties in with self-image and discipline and what I'm going to talk about now, which is going to the gym and exercising, losing weight and all that good stuff, which I've talked about ad nauseum, but this I want to be a little more constructive with what I'm currently doing. And I think they both feed into each other. It's like when you're, and I feel it now, like, holy crap, man, if you compare, you know, just my physiology and like my weight and stuff with, you know, like, I don't know, just basically up until this point within the past like 5 years, it's just been pretty different, because over time, it's another thing of just like over time, that comfortability, putting on weight and not even realizing it, yada, yada, yada. Point being is that when you look and feel good or better, you, I think, are just much more open to doing stuff. You're happier, you feel more healthy, you just feel, and I've lived through that too. I've lived through, you know, points in my life where I've been very healthy, almost too skinny, versus like very, very, very overweight, and I've felt the just want to experience life being in a body that I was, you know, happy with, versus being in a body where, like, you know, I was upset about. But that's my thing. Wherever you are in life, you could be totally happy with wherever you are. But for me, it's definitely been very closely related in terms of like how I view myself physically and how I feel physically, and also how much I'm enjoying and relishing life. So I want to talk about also becoming stronger physically, which recently I've undertaken a new workout. It's called Frankelman's Dumbbell Split. Apparently it's pretty popular. It's been around for a while, so I wouldn't be surprised if some people in the comment section have heard of this. Once again, if you watch my Twitch streams, you've heard all this like a million times because I talk about it constantly. So sorry if I'm like re-going over stuff you've already heard about. But yeah, at the time of this Saturdays, I will have been hopefully done with day 5 of the workout, because this will go up Saturday and I work out on Saturdays. So basically it's just a dumbbell split, full body like stuff. Like the first day is chest and biceps, the second day is what's the second day? The second day is, it's a weird split because I've always been doing my own thing when it comes to working out, so I'm like having trouble. I can pull it up right now. Oh, my nose is itching because I've been talking all day as well. Frankelman's Dumbbell Split, the first day is chest and triceps. So I'll just run through this very quickly because I would like tips and hints if anybody has them to offer. Again, if you know what you're talking about, because if you don't know what you're talking about, it's just gonna hurt me in the long run if I take your advice. So please, if you're just like, oh yeah, I've read a book about fit, you wanna do this? Please, only give me advice if you actually know what you're talking about. I can't stress that enough because the internet is just, everyone has an opinion, even if they do not know their stuff at all. Okay, so it's a 3-day workout program. Monday is chest and triceps. So basically, incline dumbbell bench press, 4 sets of 12, 10, 10, 8. Dumbbell bench press of 4 sets of 12, 10, 10, 8. Dumbbell flies, 3 sets of 12. Dumbbell skull crushers, 3 sets of 12. Dumbbell tricep kickbacks, 3 sets of 12. 1 arm seated dumbbell extension, 3 sets of 12. That's the first day, and I've done that twice now. And then Wednesday is, or, you know, the second day. I don't do it on these days, but I do it, you know, with a rest day in between. Wednesday is back and biceps. So 1 arm dumbbell row, 5 sets of 12, 10, 10, 8, 6. Bent over dumbbell row, 5 sets of 12, 10, 10, 8, 6. Dumbbell pullover, 2 sets of 12, 10. Incline dumbbell curl, 3 sets of 10. Standing dumbbell curl, 3 sets of 10. Cross body hammer curl, 2 sets of 10. And then the final day is the big boy. This is the big one. Legs and shoulders are dumbbell lunge, 4 sets, 12, 10, 10, 8. Dumbbell step up, 3 sets of 12. Dumbbell squat, 4 sets of 12, 10, 10, 8. Dumbbell stiff leg deadlift, 4 sets of 12, 10, 10, 8. Seated dumbbell calf raise, 2 sets of 15 and 12, sorry. Dumbbell standing calf raise, 2 sets of 12 and 10. Standing dumbbell press, 4 sets of 12, 10, 10, 8. Dumbbell lateral raise, 3 sets of 12, 10, 10. Oh my God, there's so many exercises on this day. Bent over dumbbell reverse fly, 3 sets of 12, 10, 10, and then dumbbell shrug, 4 sets of 12, 10, 10, 8. So that's what I've currently been doing. And if you're wondering why I don't do like the strong lifts, big stuff or anything like that, it's because the gym that I go to is very entry level and you can't really do deadlifts and squats there unless you use the Smith machine, which I've heard it's not great to use that, blah, blah, blah. Point is, this workout is going to be for 10 weeks and it's something that I can do at this gym and it's something that feels really good so far and I really like it. So I'm going to be doing this until it's done. And I'm going to say that before anybody anybody like suggests like, GV, you should stop this and do, no, I'm doing this workout for the next 10 weeks. I'm doing it 3 days a week for the next 10 weeks, no matter what. I'm not switching. I'm not, you know, I might add the, there's like 2 other recommended exercises that they said for this, but I'm not switching workouts. This is what I'm doing. So I just want to say that and make that clear. But that's the other thing, is like I'm taking that seriously, bumping up, because I've been doing my thing at the gym, just my own thing, not even knowing what I was doing, machines basically, which from what I understand are not great comparatively to like, you know, actual free weights and stuff and dumbbells. And it feels amazing. Every workout I've had so far has really made my body sore, which I know is not indicative of like a good workout or anything, but it still feels good comparatively to the machines. It just feels like, man, why have I not been doing free weights up until now? Like it's so silly. So I've also gotten whey protein to add in to my protein intake, because definitely I'm not consuming enough protein for sure. And yeah, just taking that seriously. So I will link this in the description if you want to take a look at it. And any fitness experts out there, just, yeah, any hints or tips. The main one I've heard is that this one does not have many ab stuff, so I will have to put in abs to kind of compensate, which totally makes sense to me. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing this for the next 10 weeks. I've already taken before pictures, very excited to finally take the after pictures, and it's just felt absolutely great. I'm working on my form in the early weeks now, and I want to like eventually by the end of this 10-week program just see where I'm at and see if I maybe want to switch gyms and like maybe try the 5x5 strong lift stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm doing for physical health. I've already lost a lot of the weight that I want to lose. I could probably do with maybe like 20 more maximum pounds lost and be at like, I guess, at a really good weight, but honestly, I'm fine with where I am now. I don't really care about weight loss. It's more about muscle gain. Which obviously, like, once you're gaining muscle, you'll be losing weight as well, and you know, it'll just kind of be switching out the fat with muscle, which is good. And then in addition to that, just kind of overhauling my eating habits, trying to just basically eat a much better balance of macros, but specifically proteins and vegetables. So that's everything. I feel like, God, I've been rambling for forever as usual. Oh my God, these videos go so long. I'm so sorry. Like, God, I try to keep these short and they always just go on forever. But that's everything. That's my current plan. As far as the mental stuff, I think it just comes down to eating better and doing this, like working out and you know, pushing yourself, getting out of your comfort zone, saying yes to things, etc. But also this physical stuff too. I think they just go together so well and will eventually just kind of combine to make like an amazing, you know, point in my life. That's what I'm hoping for anyways. So just wanted to update you all, and I guess the final point of this video, which I kind of lost because I kind of wanted to mention this earlier as well, was that thinking about a lot of my past Sup Saturdays videos, it was a lot of discussing my feelings and how I feel and this and that and anxiety, and that's good, and people have been supportive of that. At the same time, I think a part of it has been me not taking enough action, which I think is definitely true for myself. And this is what I'm trying to do now, is like, okay, we've discussed certain things like anxiety and fear and this and that and this and that, but you have, of course, a level of agency in what you're doing to circumvent, or I guess at least directly oppose it, you know? And I don't think I've ever given in, but at the same time, again, it can be very easy to get into a comfortability of life that right now I'm uncomfortable with. That's poignant. So, yeah, this video might mean nothing to a lot of people, which I totally understand. To me, though, it's an exciting video to make, because to me, I feel in this very moment, I just feel excited again. And it's been a while since I've felt a relish to live like this, and I'm excited for that. So, there's a big, fat, rambling, too long update as usual, but hopefully it's a good one, you know what I mean? Very excited for this working out, for this program. Been really enjoying, like, I'm craving it to go back and like do the next day, which I'm excited right now, recording this Friday night to go tomorrow. While you are watching this, I will be working out at the gym, and it just feels good. So, yeah. Anyways, if you've got any hints or tips or anything like that, feel free. Again, please, only if you know what you're talking about. If you're like, I guess I know a little bit. Yeah, you know, it's like, I would really appreciate actual advice if anyone's got it or anything. Not just, I read this on some random post that I don't know anything. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to sound mean. I'm just like, exercise is one of those topics on the internet that's like everyone's got an opinion about, and it can kind of just be like, oh my god, I don't know who to believe. You know what I mean? So, thanks for anybody that does that, and have a great weekend, have a safe weekend, and I will see you all on Monday for either more Oblivion or Skyrim. I don't remember what's going to come up then, but it's going to be one of those two. Thanks for watching. See you then. Bye-bye.